More to go, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna get started here with round one with Lightwhisp and iSpeedy. Now on the first team, and Kingdank and Def48 Gaming on the other team. Now, some interesting facts here, specifically about Lightwisp. He actually just recently played in a singles tournament with over 250 entrants last night from Rosegrave's Garden, and placed, I believe, either third or second place on that tournament. So we're going to see some really good Steven play here going into this first game.
I don't know. I see a, oh wait, there he is. Okay, I don't see the Steven anywhere, but as I said, I see the shields come up, and now we're going straight on to game number one. As you said, we're kind of seeing Steven get a little bit of an ass beating right now coming on from Velma, but as I'm saying that they are going for those nairs, we're going to see Tom and Jerry and Velma versus Bugs and Steven Universe. Going to be a lot of projectiles on the screen, so let's hope they have their perks ready, because if they don't, we could be seeing a really bad time, especially, I didn't see what a setup that Steven had, but if he has his Watermelon Man, it's going to be a really interesting game.
Absolutely, and just like you said there, Arbiter, we're going to be seeing a lot of projectiles here in this game, but Steven is one of those kind of characters that just really is able to deny that sort of playstyle. Because of those shields, he's able to place two shields out in the play, and basically just deny the opponent the ability to really use those projectiles to really try to push advantage state. But we already see one stock, actually two stocks already, going away immediately, so we're seeing some great stuff from Red Team so far. However, it's not the end of it yet. We've seen plenty of times before where our players, two stocks behind, would immediately come in with two stocks of their own.
Yeah, man, the red team kind of beasting right now. The blue team gonna have to get something started. iSpeedy, oh my god. As I was trying to gas up the red team, they're gonna take another, the blue team, take another stock in this instance, so maybe he'll go in for a 4-stock. Oh, someone has to save the Velma. Nope, gonna make it back on stage safe and sound. Here comes Tom for the assist. I want to see them try to go for the Velma, but we're just gonna let her get back on stage for free, just playing near the ledge. And now look at this, right? Blue team, they have to try and maybe overextend, but as I said that they are gonna get their first kill. Let's see if it's possible to take out the Velma. As I say that they do get their second point now. This is not out of the blue for, actually, as I say that, look at the damage. It's low-key looking really hard. Look at Steven, my man, rocking 99%. Bugs Bunny rocking that 74, so it's going to be tough. They're going to have to go for a mighty double kill if the red team wants to end up winning this game.
Yeah, you're right about that, but here's the really interesting thing about Steven. I was just about to really cheer him on there, but he already died. Lightwisp yesterday was able to live for so long. He was going like 150, 170 at the singles tournament last night, so I wasn't going to be surprised if we saw that here, but unfortunately not going to be the case. And just like you said it, they needed to get those kills there, but unfortunately it was just a little too late. We saw some great synergy coming in so far from Red Team, just doing a fantastic job there going into game one. However, that is some good information for Blue Team to go into this next game with. They have that information of how this Tom and Jerry and how this Velma want to play their game, how they want to play their advantage, and how they want to get their kills. And so now it's up to Blue Team to really just set their stage in terms of how they want to play against that play style. It's a game of cat and mouse, and hey, we just happen to see one on screen.
Yeah, and one cool thing, some people were talking about how projectiles in this game are like kind of broken. Don't get me wrong, some of them kind of are. Don't get it twisted. But the cool thing about projectiles in this game is that if you're having a hard time dealing with some projectiles, look at your perks. There are a lot of perks in this game that actually deal with projectiles really well, right? Some perks give you like a really nice wall to where you can kind of like just walk through them. Some characters actually have reflectors, right? So Tom, I think it's his neutral was it neutral attack? His neutral attack fully charged can actually reflect projectiles. So looking to see what your characters has to offer and what your perks have to offer. But it seems like we are going to be sticking with the Steven. Little bit of character switch. We're actually going with the Harley Quinn this time. Interesting option.
Yeah, that is an interesting option here, and it looks like we are going to see Flame Projectile. We're going to also, or not Ice Up Beat You, what am I thinking? Oh man, it's so hard remembering the names because I'm so used to Flame Projectile. But we also see the triple jump coming into play, and we also have a blue defensive role. And these are actually some pretty good perks here for blue team going into this next game. Triple jump, always very, very good to be able to just get that extra extension if you're able to get it. Flame projectile, of course, being very good, especially for Harley Quinn, because she does have the ability to use her projectiles, and they actually do inflict burn, so it helps stacking that up. And then you also have that blue perk as well that's able to basically reflect projectiles with
oh my god.
So
she
yeah,
is
just
talking.
really good stuff.
Oh
my goodness.
So funny. It's so funny watching Velma because, like, listen, you have like Tom and Jerry, they got like freaking pots and pans. Harley Quinn got a baseball bat, a gun. Steven Universe has like mythical powers. Velma just be talking shit to you, bro. She just be sassafras you saying all bunch of mean words. But as I'm saying that, they are gonna have the big head right now. Yeah, just using that megaphone, just doing what Velma does, just playing from the back, kind of leaving Tom Tom to just kind of scrap by themselves, but it's not looking too bad right now. I will say the blue team, they have a lot of damage tacked onto them. That's what the megaphone is. If you're not focusing on Velma, you're gonna end up taking a lot more damage. So let's see if they can try to finish off this Tom and maybe get an early point, because right now the red team,
ooh, absolutely not what you want to see there at all. And one thing I'm really noticing in particular here for blue team is that they're not really doing a great job at isolating red team here. And this has been a big issue going into this game. We've been seeing that red team has been doing just a very good job at just extending their combos and damaging both of blue team's players here, and just doing a lot in terms of like pushing their advantage state. And as a result, they've been doing a fantastic job just like covering each other's points. But blue team has just not been doing as great of a job of being able to just try to separate them and try to make it a little more of an even ground here. But we see the 144 right now on the Tom and Jerry. Are we going to see him potentially get knocked out here? That would be nice, but we see that great help.
Yeah, call the police on him. Call the police on him. Uh-oh, is that who's it gonna get? It was Steven Universe all along. Okay, nope, gonna blow up the cop car.
It was him all along. Who snitched?
But I want to say I disagree. I disagree with what you're saying about blue team not isolating. I think that's the issue. They're trying to go after the Tom and Jerry. You can't leave Velma alone. Also, good ground pound. Not gonna get the kill, but gonna get a lot of damage off. But there we go. Blue team finally gonna get some damage on the board. iSpeedy looking at, they have 143%. There's the wall. That's huge, but not the wall. Okay, she almost died off that setup, and we're gonna see if we can go for maybe a spike attempt off of iSpeedy. And as I said, they are gonna lose that life. And now we're looking at Lightwhisp. Like, yo, you gotta lose that stock, my brother. You gotta lose that life, my brother.
Absolutely. And as you said it before, yeah, they really needed to be going after Velma there. It was just a very, yeah, it seems like Velma was just racking on so much damage at that point, and they just weren't going after her, and it just led to this Game 2 victory. Unfortunately, that does mean the 2-0 already. But you know what? Like I said, this is not the end that we're going to be seeing for blue team yet. Like I said, Lightwhisp did a really fantastic job last night, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him come right back up and just deal a lot of damage going into the next set that they play. And iSpeedy, very good Harley player as well. Can't count him out.
Yeah, man, you can never... First of all, Harley is really good in this game. I think everyone knows this, but the amount of things that Harley can do, she has like multiple infinites, especially on Iron Giant, and I think she has one on Superman, if I'm not mistaken. So Harley's a really good character, and not to mention, like you said, iSpeedy really good as well. So we're definitely gonna see more of them as well. But as of right now, I think what are we going to next? Is it
Ox and Flash Tyree versus Gulgish and Daynuma, I believe that is.
Daynuma, yep. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Daynuma and... who else? Say one more time.
Gulgish.
Yeah, I know Gulgish and Daynuma, but they're going against who?
Ox and Flash Tyree. So this is gonna be really
there it is, okay.
Yeah, so
okay,
Ox is a very good player. I don't remember exactly who they main. However, Flash Tyree, probably, if not definitely, is the best Steven player right now in Multiversus. So we just came from a Steven matchup, going right into another one, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. I'm not too sure about Gulgish and Daynuma. I don't remember those names too much. However, I'm sure we're going to see some very good stuff from both of these teams regardless.
Yeah, this is an invitational, so they definitely have to have some sort of, some name behind their backs too if they want to compete with some amazing players like this so far. Steven is such an amazing support character. Just the amount of things that Steven can do for you. He can kind of, put a shield around you, take less damage, you don't die as early, can put a wall around you as well. Not to mention, like I said before, Steven has some really good unique perks as well. So gonna see some really interesting plays there. This is kind of a side tangent. I kind of think it's really cool that they added Steven Universe characters in there. I love the fact that, Multiversus is like a good mix of, DC, some famous like movies that Warner Brothers had for, produced, and not only that, Cartoon Network characters as well. I think that's really dope. It just goes to show you just how much, how diverse this game really is, and stuff like that, especially in a fighting game, especially in a crossover game, you need a lot of, really like weird picks like that. And I really find that to be really cool.
Yeah, and as you said it, it's so incredible to see this kind of game come out, honestly, because not only, like you said,